Praise the Lord, saints, ain'ts, heathens, hoes, and the trolls. Pour a glass. Pull up a chair. Y'all, it's time for another episode of Speak Sassy, Drink Classy. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Introduce yourself real quick for us, please. Please.
My name is Miller. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I don't know how the rest of it goes. Sorry. My name's Miller, a.k.a. Miller J, Jamila, whichever name you prefer. I think I got like 20 different nicknames at this point.
J Millie.
You do.
That's me.
Come on, Miss Booty.
And that's me. I'm Queen Judy. Cutie.
No longer got the booty.
And
No longer got the booty. It's crazy.
She don't say it no
the
more.
one that can't stay still ever in their life is I, Roel the Rabbit. Hello, how are you?
I am Zakai. Y'all not getting the rest of it.
I'm
gonna have a conniption.
Y'all don't get the rest of it.
That's crazy.
Why are you doing this to me? It's like, you know what? I got it last time. I asked nicely. I got it last time. Last recording, I asked nicely. I got it. I'm
crazy.
See, that's
calm
upset.
down.
But I'll do it anyway. For the peoples.
I'm gonna
give it to us. Give it to us.
Ew. I'm Zakai. Too fly for you.
Let them know.
Okay.
Woo.
They probably like, she old as hell, because who the hell says I'm fly?
Y'all, today is a very interesting topic because it can either be extremely exciting or extremely annoying. There is no in between. We're talking about going back to school today.
Boo.
We're talking about going back to school today.
Goodbye.
Tomato.
As an adult, school is ghetto.
As fuck.
I concur.
I complained
As a growing up.
Yeah, I complained about school lunches, paying for those, at one point in time, but paying for college is a whole different thing. Fuck that. Fuck school.
Yeah, I feel like school is definitely one of those places where each individual sees it completely different, and there's no set way to do school, so like everything's kind of crazy. So that's why it's either very exciting or very annoying. That's why. How are y'all feeling, Judy and Jamila?
Fuck school.
As a person that started school again recently, it's kicking my ass. I ain't even gonna lie.
Damn, I was hoping it was like, yeah, it's going well.
I mean, like it's going well, but the program I'm doing is a pharmacy technician program. So we're starting with pharmacy calculations. So it's a lot of math. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all my textbook. Cause where's it?
Do it look crazy? Is it red?
No.
Is it red?
Look at how thick this joint is.
That ain't thick.
I was about to say, I can't even see it right now. Your green screen working a little too hard.
I know the green screen was overtime today.
Stack 2 more of them on top of that, and that was one of my textbooks.
Oh my god! Listen, I've had thicker textbooks, but because I'm not a person that's very good at math, it's been a bit of an adjustment for me because I haven't taken any college classes since 2015.
That was
so.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Been a while.
2011 for me.
If you don't lose it, you gonna lose it. That's what they always say.
Very true. That's very, very true. But what I will say is being in the program for 2 weeks and like doing everything again, like it's coming back to me, but I'm like, whew, that's a lot of math. It's making me rethink career choices, but I gotta see this through to the end because that's just how I am.
More power to you because you guys are looking at a person that struggles at doing subtraction like 16 minus 8. I don't know what that is, and I have to count on my fingers.
Ain't no way in hell.
16 minus 8.
Bro, stop bullshitting me right now.
You just made up some shit you knew. That's what it was.
You for real don't know what 16 minus 8 is?
I do now because I just sneakily counted on my fingers. But, I can get the answer. It's just not quick. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It don't matter how fast it
it don't
happened.
matter how.
It's the fact that it happens and it's accurate.
You just weren't one
But
of
it's gonna
those
be slow
ones
every time.
where the teacher could go down the chart and be like 16 minus 8 is, and you just couldn't do it on that snap. I got you.
Yeah, I realized after
one
the
of
fact,
those.
but I definitely counted on my fingers until. But let it be 16 minus 7, I would have been lost because it's not a magic number. It's not an even.
It's not even
Yeah,
number.
it's not even the fact that it's not an even number. It's the fact that it's a number that is
Can't be
awkward
doubled.
to take away. Like 16 and then 7. First of all, I can't do the thing where it's like, okay, I gotta carry something in this equation. That's too much for my brain. Like anytime I gotta do that, it's too much. It's too much.
I'm not even gonna tell y'all how I would even go about doing that math in my head, because nobody
Right?
No,
No. We gotta talk about it now. We gotta talk about it now. How would y'all do? How would we all do that calculation?
But like
Because
that
me,
16
I'm
minus
starting at
7.
8.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
16
starting at 7 and I'm counting up, and whatever number my fingers are is the correct answer. That's me. That's how I do my math.
Oh. So I'm in my head, I would automatically know that 8 plus 8 is 16. So, all right, I'm about to.
Oh
Go
Lord.
ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, in my head, 7 is 1 away from 8. So I would just tack on that 1 onto that next 8, if that makes sense. Give me 9.
That's actually a method because that's
It
similar to
is.
what I do because
The whole number.
as you subtract, so like you did 16 minus 7 and 16 minus 8, right? 16 minus 8 is 8. 16 minus 7 is 9. So you as you subtract, you go up in number from what the previous one was.
So you do it the same way?
Not particularly the way she does it, but that's just the way that I remember it.
Yeah.
How do you do it? So we got 2 different ways so far. Do we got a third and a fourth? You just know 17, 6, 7, fuck.
Like if I had to
16 minus
explain it
7,
somewhere
you
like
already
that,
know the
yes.
answer.
But like I was just kind of know the answer.
Okay.
It's not until it gets higher up in numbers where I actually have to like roll my eyes back a little bit and be like, oh wait, okay, and then go. Yeah.
Because my first thing is to go to something that I already know. Like I know that 10 plus 6 is 16. Okay, so I mean automatically 9 plus 7 is 16 because
That's a method.
Y'all got more.
That's
Y'all got more
not
methods
different.
than I
That's how
do.
y'all. That's technically how they're taught in elementary school back in the day.
That is a method that requires
That's
me to
why
know
they-
the other calculation. So that's why it's not for me. Oh Lord.
That's why they teach you it that way. That's why they do your addition before they teach you subtraction. That's why they
Yep.
teach you multiplication before division. Because if you can add it, you can subtract it.
Yep.
elementary school, I was one of those kids when it came time for arithmetic. I was one of those special kids that had to go to like another classroom to learn like different math. Because the math that they were learning in my actual class was like, all right, we already I'm past that, ma'am. I need to go somewhere.
That happened to me when I was in 7th or 8th grade. There was this algebra teacher, Miss Solomon, and this lady, she was a hard ass for no reason. She was a hard ass that had like, y'all know that real jammed down pixie cut where like your hair look extra stiff.
Now she out here looking like Loretta Devine from Waiting to Exhale.
Bro. Okay, and then like she had big eyes and like she was very passionate about math.
So you had Loretta Devine from Waiting to Exhale.
Basically.
Okay.
Imagine Loretta Devine from Waiting to Exhale, and she's also a Delta.
Loretta Devine from Waiting to Exhale.
So basically, a lot of students were like not doing well in her algebra class, so they had to create a whole separate class with a different teacher in order to help us because we just it was bad. Like it was so bad.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I hated Miss Solomon. I did not like that woman. Did not like that woman.
Well, let's just hope she don't watch this podcast and remembers you exactly.
Be like,
Because
oh,
we don't want no random animosity just flowing to you in the form of a spirit. We don't
Because
need
that would be crazy. Because you're a whole ass adult now. She gonna be like, oh well, she can catch these mathematical hands.
What's up, shorty? What's up? I said, because I can fight you now. What's up?
Yeah, I might be bad at math, but I know 1 + 1 = 2. Ugh, say no.
Like, what's up?
Getting boxed up by your teacher is crazy.
Y'all, just so you know, real quick, since we're talking about back to school, a very popular school topic is school fights. So if you ever get into a fight, right, you need to put up your guard, and then you gotta extend,
Please stop,
fully extend.
This
Okay.
dumb
Fully extend the
shit.
other arm. Then you
This
got
just
ready,
lean
you got
forward.
ready.
You just
So
lean forward.
Also pulls hair at the same time. So you gotta like guard punch, but then pull hair all at once.
See, that's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do.
See, we got you. Now if you lose, that's not on us.
Shit. She did that shit last night, and that was the softest punch. Y'all
Could you get in though? Could you get in though? You couldn't. Exactly. No, you didn't. You couldn't get in. You was at the end of my fist. You was at the end of my fist. It was like back up. You were like, back up. Then you gave up. You said I'm over.
I just laughed. I laughed. It wasn't no back up. It was laugh. I literally turned around and laughed. Because I
de-escalate the situation.
De-escalate
the situation.
Does anybody remember any like wild school fights when they were in school?
Yes, I was in one. All right, so wild school fight. I was minding my business in the cafeteria. Some dude comes behind me and like starts choking me up, and he like kind of pulls me off the seat. So it was those little long ass cafeteria tables where you gotta like weasel your way in, and your legs is like fully in there, and you can't really do nothing.
Baby. It was a bench.
Thank you. He choked me, and then he pulled me out of that. And then like by the time like I got up and we started actually scrapping, the fight itself was like real quick, but it was the fact that we both got sent home, we both got suspended, and when the suspension was over, he ain't come back for like a month. So because he ain't come back, everybody was like, they didn't kill people, they a serial killer. So I had a whole rumor going around the entire school about me being a serial killer because I got into a fight with homeboy that he started, first of all, and he ain't come back. Turns out that he got sick or something and got hospitalized back in the day, but no. I was a serial killer. Even when he came back, everybody was like, oh yeah,
not you done knocked the leukemia in that boy.
Crazy as hell. Don't mess with them. So I didn't have to worry about anything after that. But like, I don't know if y'all ever had a rumor that you've killed multiple people in your life as an adolescent.
Normal rumor.
That's
what I'm saying. That's why you asked for a wild story. It was a wild story. I had it targeted on my head that I was apparently a serial killer, and I was just like, okay, I don't understand how this happened, but here we are.
Crazy.
That's crazy. To go.
That's exactly how that happened. The fight wasn't wild, but it was a wild situation. So
that's crazy. No, I've actually never been in a fight in school.
I have.
I didn't get into fights till college, but I know how to defend myself.
That's it.
I only had one fight in school, and that was with somebody. Not that serious.
Yeah, no, the fight wasn't even serious because the bus driver wasn't on the bus. Ain't nobody even know we was fighting.
Did you win at least?
But you fought though.
Yeah,
that means you had a fight in school on the bus.
You know, not technically.
I was always
it was on school property.
Was it the bus that the school provided?
They always used to say that the buses are school property.
They are.
You're an extension of the school when you get in the bus.
Yep.
If they provide it, it's still there. So yeah, until you get off, that's when
Did y'all sit on the front of the bus or the middle or the back?
I sat wherever a seat was available.
I was in the middle of the back.
I was row 6.
The back of the bus was always dirty. I hated having to sit in the back. Them are some dirty ass kids back there, like gum and it just stanky and shit.
I'm gonna just let you know,
You
Mariah. You're gonna have to say all that
my life
again.
right now.
What'd you say, Mariah?
So I knew Miller was one of the ones in the back hugging it.
One of them ones Rosa Parks would have had to beat your ass way in the back of the bus.
Listen, Rosa.
What Bob the drag queen said? Get your ass to the front of the class. As Rosa Parks can see you, she be beating that ass.
Well,
Sorry about that, y'all. The
come
cats
on, Rosa.
were bullying each other as we talk about school.
Not you finna
Bullies
beat Rosa
happen.
Parks' ass.
Listen, Rosa. If I lived during the 60s, I'm sorry, girl.
Come on, Medea.
Listen,
Come on,
I like my
Medea.
job. Okay, I like my job, Rosa. Stop it. Cut it out. Cut it out right now.
Thoughts, please.
Right, Parks, please. I'm tired.
So we.
Nah.
I had to sit like the middle because I was minding my business, but I also wasn't minding my business.
Oh, you was one of them.
You just dropping on everybody.
Right.
You just
Right.
want to know
Hustler
everything.
McGee. Well, I'd be like, well, I heard that Katie said that XYZ, and then that she was over there at Steven's house the other night doing XYZ.
Gossip.
Scandalous.
It's never a gossip. I'm hearing and I'm contributing as needed.
So
You like
gossiping right along with the people on the bus. And she said she knew how to cornrow. That bitch don't know how to cornrow. And you over there, yeah, she told me the same thing. That's my braids all up. Yep, that's
now
you.
she can't cornrow. That's crazy.
That was you. You were that girl.
I was definitely a middle seater.
Turned down just enough.
Oh.
I was definitely in the middle also, but my earphones were turned all the way the fuck up. I didn't want to hear nobody else
That part.
at all. I made sure I got a window seat so I could just stare outside the whole ride until we got there. I'll be like, all right. Headphones not even coming off until I'm in the first seat of my first class, and the teacher's like, ding, ding, ding. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll take them out now. But yeah, I ain't want to talk to nobody for real.
Well, high school and middle school, I didn't ride a bus. I walked.
You did?
I didn't. I walked.
She walked.
Yeah.
Was it a far walk?
Well, let me rephrase that. I moved and for my 8th grade year, so I can't say all the middle school. For my 8th grade year on up, I walked to school. It was like a good 15-minute walk.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, the only part that sucked was that I had to cross Route 50.
Is that an actual highway or is it like a?
It's an actual. It's the highway going through Salisbury.
Oh yeah, that sounds annoying.
That sounds very dangerous.
Multi-lane.
Yeah, it was like double lanes on both sides, 3 lanes on both sides. I don't know. I don't remember. I walked through the middle, so I cut across to save me some time. I cut across the parking lot of the post office and then crossed in the middle of the street because the crosswalk was all the way down the fucking street. And then I would have to walk all the way up the street and it would take me so much longer. So yeah, I was one of those.
You just said, yeah.
I just beeline like this.
You just said,
since we got some mathematicians in here, what Nisha did was take the path of least resistance because the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line.
You really thought that ate, didn't you?
Because it did. It definitely ate. Yeah, I know it did. Y'all ain't got to tell me. I don't need other people's validation. I am my own winner. I give myself a gold star. Every single time I hype myself up, I am my biggest hype person.
And that is what's wrong with this generation now. Everybody is a damn winner. Niggas need to learn how to lose.
Listen,
I lose every day. I play fighting games.
Participation trophy kids are the softest motherfuckers I know. I'm sorry. It need to be said. Because you participation trophy motherfuckers piss me off. You want to win something and you want consolation prizes. Nah, you lost, ho. You don't get no prize. Fuck out of here. I'm sorry.
You gotta
And
calm
then you
down.
come in second,
Doing a
you
little bit too
first
much. I
me.
don't want you to break nothing.
I'm
Eh?
sorry. I'm sorry. I need to get that off my
No,
chest.
because it do
Sorry.
be like that. Like, I mean, I'm not saying nothing against like getting your participation trophy. That's great.
Yeah.
You showed up. That's nice. We used to get those during field day. You know, you had the first,
Right. Well,
second,
field
third
day is
place,
cool.
and then everybody else got like the little white ribbon or whatever the hell it was. One of them little ribbons.
Yeah.
It didn't say first, second, or third, but it said congratulations or some shit. But
Right.
like, you have to prep your kids to lose because like you're
They're
not
not
gonna
gonna ever
win
know what it feel
everything
like.
in life. And when they finally get that like damn, like I'm failing, you ain't gonna know shit about failing because you were never prepped for it.
And that's when they plummet and they
Right.
go deep. They go deep into it. How the hell are you gonna know how to get back up in anything if you've never been knocked down?
Or at least if they
And,
know the
and
feeling,
let alone
like you
appreciate
can
it.
yeah, like you can get somebody to the point where it's just like, damn man, I'm mad because I lost. But it's just like, okay, but you're not gonna win everything. You're not
You
gonna
win
win
some, you
Very true.
everything. And you just kind of give
Very
them
true.
some of that, some of that guidance for that. Don't just be like, you're always gonna be a winner, sweetie. Cause then you don't have an egotistical ass kid and I'm gonna have to punch that kid in the forehead. Some of these
okay?
kids at these
And then when they
schools,
ego hurt, that's the end of the daggone world.
I
Mm-hmm.
just can't with some of these kids in school. I remember my grandmother said like when she retired from her daycare and then she started working at a Head Start.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the kids took their diaper off and threw it at her. A diaper full of shit. Threw it
Not
at
a
her.
grandma.
Right, threw it at
Oh
her.
no.
And then gonna
Mm-mm.
say, what you gonna do? You not my mom.
Well, if I'm not your mom, I'm gonna
Make
collect
sure
this
all
money and not
the
do a dang thing with
daycare
you.
cameras. Make sure all the daycare cameras is pointed at me so they can watch, see how I wild your little ass out.
Or I would have been like, square up.
And bring your mama and your auntie up here because I got their ass too.
And I was like, dang, that's crazy. Cause ain't no way in
That's wild.
hell.
Crazy.
She
It's
quit
the
after
all of the
that.
audacity.
She
Would it
quit
have
after
been a
that.
bad idea if she treated the child like a dog? You know how like when dogs poop in the house and they're not supposed to, you're supposed to like make sure they smell it? Would that have been wrong? Because that's what I probably would have did.
Do the opposite.
I'm
Honestly,
not gonna lie.
You better
I
be that.
probably would have been like,
All right, come on.
she
"This
resigned
is
after
yours.
that. I
This
think
is
she might have
yours."
tapped his legs because she knew his mother, but
hmm
she resigned after that. She was like, I couldn't
As
do
she should have.
that.
As she should have, because that's wild.
Yeah,
My
some of these kids is
grandmother
bad.
had a similar
See,
experience,
I
which is
put
very
that diaper
interesting.
right back on that little nigga, made him sit in it.
Mm-mm.
Kids is
What you gonna
bad.
do? If you have the ability to say what you gonna do, you not my mother. You are grown enough
You grown
to
enough
get
to
That
catch the
part.
ass
disciplined
whooping that
And
properly.
follow.
You grown enough.
and the
To
other
catch the ass
thing
whooping
is
that will
like
follow.
teachers don't want to teach anymore because there's so many laws around teaching and children now.
Yeah,
Like
what you can teach, what
no
you can't
harsh
teach.
punishment on the children. Like kids go into like the little timeout rooms and they don't be doing nothing. And it's just like y'all wonder why your kids stupid because they act
But it's
stupid. They
one
ain't gonna
thing.
learn shit.
Pictures to help you process your emotions. I'm looking, but what does it mean?
Right.
I don't even think they know.
They
And then
don't.
to the parents that be like, oh, that's your problem now because that's they at school. No, because the problem starts at home. If you can't
Okay.
teach
If
your
it's my
kids to
problem,
respect people before they get into the classroom, what do you think the teacher can do? She can't do it. Like they can't do anything. Like
My
yeah,
there's no
yeah.
punishment
that's
for
crazy.
your kid. Your kid
Nope.
can beat on the teacher and there's no real punishment for it except like, oh, we're gonna suspend them.
Because
Because
the
Yeah.
some of
moment
it
the
is
teacher does something to the irate
yes.
child, then the teacher's at fault. And I'm just like,
Yes. Like
look, if,
teachers
if
getting
the spirit
fired for
is saying
raising their
they're
voice.
your problem, if the
Right.
teacher is
Right.
saying they're your problem now, and I actually handle it when the moment happens, you can't say nothing after that. You don't have the ability.
Hmm.
You forfeited your chance to say something to me about your child the moment you said that's your problem now.
Yeah.
So do not try to come up here upset, irate, nothing, because I did what I needed to do to make sure your child knows how to be a human, knows how to be a human being, and
Right.
treat other people with respect. Because ain't nobody in this world should feel comfortable shitting, taking their underwear off, and yeeting it at somebody. That should not be something. That
It's
shouldn't be a
bad.
thing.
Yeah, and also the problem is a lot of parents expect other people to raise their child for them. And it's like, no, you need to teach them these things at home. So that way when they get out in public or they're in school, wherever, they know how to conduct themselves in a respectful and decent manner. Because some of these kids
Right.
out here, Laura and Jason Sr. would never, okay? My parents would never. Listen, my parents were very involved when it came to my siblings and I in school. Like, and then with me being like the overachiever child, I was terrified if somebody said they were calling my parents for something bad. Terrified.
Right. As it should be.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you cutting up in school?
I was a cut up in school type kid though. I didn't throw poop at people, but I definitely was the class clown. I was 100% the class clown.
Every fucking report card that ever came home always said, talks too much.
That's me. Talk too much and talk back.
Yeah, and
I was talking back. I got to talk back a lot.
Yeah. I think the one time I actually got in trouble.
You ain't gonna talk to me. Don't talk to me.
Was like we were having dare. I think I was in 5th grade. We were having dare, and the dare teacher, he was a cop. I didn't mean to do that. He was an actual cop. Rest in peace. He was actually a real
air quotes like he's a
I did do that. I shouldn't have did that. He was actually a real sweetheart. Rest in peace.
I was about to say something, and then you said he was a real sweetheart, so I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Yeah, he used to have a crush on my mom. They apparently went to high school together.
Right. Now you had a crush on Mom Dukes.
So he had said something, and I was really quick with the little whips, just saying random shit. Like I let those intrusive thoughts win as a kid. Yeah. I don't even remember what I said. All I remember was he was at the board like this, and then you just saw him be like, "Who said that? Which one of y'all said that?" And of course, the goody two shoes of the class was like,
"It was her."
Hey,
little snitch bitch. That's
and
why
because
I got
of my last name, I was always at the back of the classroom. So, and I'm just sitting here like. He was like, "Well, we're going to have a conversation with your mother." I was like, "Okay."
You like that, wouldn't you, Joey?
Well, he didn't know until she walked in that was my mother. And he was
his whole tone changed.
It did.
He was like, well.
He was like,
"Oh, let me let you know, I got some handcuffs over here."
He was probably thinking uniform and everything was like,
like all this was just red. He was like, "Janet?"
Janet.
He was like, "Your mother's Janet?" I was like,
question, did you get off the hook immediately after?
I still got in trouble, but
boo.
No, you only got in trouble because you had to go up there. That's it. She just had to go up there.
I got in trouble for what I said, but it wasn't like nothing where it was like, "Oh, you can't have this," or "Oh, you gonna get them legs beat when you get home," or nothing. It was just like, "Girl, now why?"
I have a random thought. Just because we're on the topic of like disciplining right now, I was always told that it's better to tell the truth because it's the truth. I'm going to get a lesser punishment than if I lied.
That was a goddamn lie. Goddamn lie.
I never feel like when I told the truth, when I messed up, that I always felt like if I had lied about it and they found out, it would have been the same punishment every single time.
No, because your parents tell you that, and then you tell them the truth, and then it's like, what did I tell the truth for?
Hey, like, come on, Eric.
Condition me to now lie to you every time you ask me something.
See, and now when we get into this punishment, I hate it when they will be like, "Shut up, or I give you something to cry about."
Oh my god,
You
that or
already
This
like,
hurt
did.
me more than
Let
it
me
hurts you.
cry. Let me
yes,
feel my
that
right. It hurt me more than it hurt you. No,
would
it
hurt you.
didn't. No, it
No, it
didn't. You
didn't.
No.
not sitting over there with welts on you. You just over there emotionally scarred because you done beat
Or
me.
or the best one, your parents trying to like talk to you after and be cool. Like, nah, I don't want to talk to you right now.
And
Like, we're
that's
not
Yeah.
friends.
y'all. That's why it trickled into adulthood when it be like, ask me if I ate something, because that's what your parents used to do to console you after they beat you. You hungry, baby?
I wouldn't
It's
even get
not
that.
a
I
love
would get
language,
the
booty. It's trauma.
That's
Dang,
a generic Tyler
at least
Perry
you got
toxic
that.
relationship.
right. At least you
I ain't
got
get none of
Right.
that.
My mom and them would be like, dinner ready.
right,
Put that shit on the
Damn.
table and walk away. She'd be mad, just as mad. Still
right.
mad.
I ain't even
And
get
then they
that. I
want to
had to
like,
like
and
make
then they
sure
want to
I caught it
recap
in
the
time.
meeting for you. Like, I don't want to talk about this no more. Like,
Right.
no.
Because why you bringing it up again? We
Right.
eating.
And speaking of
Hey,
school
so
bullshit, my mom caused a
yeah.
lot of trouble in that small ass town. So I had the same fucking teachers she did in that small ass town. And they were all just like, you look like the seed of Janet Johnson. And I'd be
Not
like,
the
That
seed.
that
The
that's a
seed.
little extra.
and then I had like the
Like,
one that was like,
dang.
your mom was really, really smart, but she had a bad attitude, a very bad attitude. And then my English teacher was like, your mom slapped me once. And so I went home and asked her. She said, I sure as hell did. He gonna say some
She
shit
stood
out
on
his
business.
mouth. Yeah.
Stood on business. Yeah. Stood
Like,
on business.
Crazy. And
ma'am.
on next.
Granted, she's fallen into the category of children that we just talked about, but she stood on business.
He had said, apparently, he had said something to her, and my
Uh-oh.
grandmother backed up her slapping him. So it must have been
Alright,
real
so
ignorant.
yeah.
But he was just like, you're, and it was so funny because he was just this sweet old man who was like my height. He was short as hell. Mind you, I was like elementary, middle school. But he was just like, yeah, your mom slapped me once. Real hard, just all the way,
Like,
full
I would have admitted
force.
that, sir.
But she,
Yeah.
but she was smart as a whip, and that's what every teacher would say. Like, she was smart as a whip, though. What is she doing nowadays? I don't even fucking know. I don't know what the hell this nigga do for a career.
She's my mom. That's all I know.
She ain't
Feed
in here
me,
with your ugly
right.
ass.
Feed me spaghetti and fried chicken. That's all I know. I don't know anything else that she doing.
Lord.
She don't show up for career day.
And you
Child.
be standing in here chaperoning.
Does
Can
anybody
we
remember American Education Week when you would be on like your best behavior because like you knew
Your
your
parents
parents
just
were
pop up
watching?
anytime.
Yeah.
And that's funny because I used to wait and like I wouldn't be on my best behavior, but I would be excited for them to come visit. Like, who's gonna come visit me? And I always knew my grandmother was always gonna be there.
Mm-hmm. Same.
so it's a little weird with me and that because what I remember that was only in elementary school, and I lived across the street from my actual school. So like I would leave my house, I go across the street, I'm at school, right? So I expected to see my mom, I never did. But randomly, like you just said, my grandmother came. My grandmother lived in the city. I went to school in the county. So I knew she don't drive. She don't do none of that. So unless another one of my cousins was there, I know this lady got on the bus from her house all the way over to my school. And I'm just like, dang,
And that's 2 buses
That's
from her
beautiful.
house to that
that's
school.
crazy.
To your elementary school.
Yeah,
That's 2 buses.
yeah, I know because I've taken the trip with her before. But like, that's crazy that like you live across the street. We live across the street. You ain't never come see me. Okay, I just
Across
had
the
to throw
street
that
never
little
come to
thing.
see you is diabolical. Choices
And
were
I
made.
know
Choices were made.
I know at the time now. I didn't know then. I know now that she worked a night job, so she was probably asleep to prepare for that. But at the
That's so
time, like
crazy.
when I was a kid, I definitely was like, well, I ain't gonna see nobody. I was confident that I wasn't gonna see nobody, and it was always a little surprise when my grandmother showed up. So yeah,
That's crazy.
Nice.
That's
I'm
beautiful.
kind of happy that we had that, like the experiences we had in school, because nowadays, like some schools don't even got the music programs. They don't have gym. Like I learned that like schools don't have gym anymore. Like no physical education. It's not a it's
Wow.
not a requirement to graduate anymore. So there's
That's
no
I didn't
crazy.
physical
know that.
education. Some schools don't even have like any music programs anymore. So it's
That's
just
That I
like,
didn't
wild.
know.
what is giving your kids that outlet? Because just sitting in a classroom all day listening to lectures is not it.
Being on
Like,
That's
That's crazy.
not
in front of the screen.
right.
Mm-hmm.
like granted, it might be it for a small margin of kids, but like for everybody, no, it's not for everybody.
Yeah,
That's why
that's
they be
wild.
acting out.
Yeah, it's not for
Mhm.
everybody. I just think that shit is crazy.
That
Because
is
there's
Because had
crazy.
I
definitely
not
people that
had
can
like
listen to
my
a lecture and be good.
band class, I could have did without gym. I was on sports teams.
Nah,
I could have did
I
without gym because I was on sports teams. I
Mhm.
was like, eh.
I was
But
ready for
I
gym.
see on games
I
that
was
they made
ready.
up.
I
I
did
was
like
ready
the
for
little
some
games,
gym.
but I hated them damn exams.
Yeah.
Oh, the little fitness exams.
Oh my
And them
God,
I
that
didn't. I
thing
didn't get it.
the day of my
dumbass
existence.
beeps, the
The pacer
fucking
test. Hell yeah, the fucking
yo
The
pacer test.
pacer
I was a
test.
monster at that bitch.
I
Yeah.
hated it. I have asthma, so I hated the pacer test.
pacer
Hated
test
it.
was
I.
annoying. I was happy as a chubby kid that I wasn't the first one out to sit
Yeah.
their asses down. I was excited about that, like doing the pacer test, the mile run. I wasn't the last one coming in. Doing them push ups and sit ups, I wasn't the last one in. Like
I hated
I
it.
wasn't the first one out. Like, oh, I can't do this. Or like, what was the other one? There's another
I want to
one. The
speak.
stretch
I want
one.
to.
The little
Oh, the
stretch
little.
joint.
Oh, that was my favorite. That was my favorite one.
I love showing
Because I
off
could
with
pass it
that.
so easily.
Like I can go past my toes, y'all. If y'all let me, I can make my head touch my kneecaps. Watch. So I was a beast at that one.
I'm
What's
gonna
wrong with
I'm
that
gonna be
one?
on the other side of the coin when we talk about the pacer test because it was me and it was two other kids that I don't remember their name, but we were able to go on the pacer test back and forth on like actually hitting each side within the beat until the CD ended. So that's my little happiness. That's why I was actually happy with the pacer test.
Peaked high school.
You said, huh?
That's where I felt like I would have peaked.
In high school or on
Doing
the
that
pacer
pacer
test?
test. Because I don't recall doing the pacer test in high school, but
You never had to
yeah, I was
run back
peaked
and forth up and down the gym.
Mine was definitely in middle school,
doing
but
that
yeah,
I did it
in
in
middle
middle
school.
and high school, I want to
Yeah.
say.
In high school,
my high school didn't have the Pacers.
In high school, I think I did it my
we had to
freshman year,
do
though.
what is it? It wasn't the pacer test. It was the other one. The one where you had to touch the line. What do they call that shit? You had
I
to
know what
touch
you're
the
talking
line,
about.
come
I can't think of the
back,
name
go
of it
down,
now.
come back, go down, come back, go down, come back. It was a time thing though.
Yeah, that's the one I did when I was in high school. I can't think of what it's
Yeah.
called, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't
Suicides.
know the actual.
Yes.
I was about to say
Suicides.
because there's another name for it. Suicides is apparently like the slang term, but that's what I remember it as
Yeah,
suicide.
Yeah.
that was part of our test in high school. It was like suicides, the jumps, like how you can jump, the pull ups was another one. Yeah. Oh.
Have y'all
No,
ever I jumped
I
like in
definitely
the Olympics?
Yeah.
I
No.
sick that day. I
I
definitely came
have.
down that day.
No,
Were
I
you
came down sick that
actually?
day. No,
Were you
her ass went.
actually?
No, her ass went sick. You know she went
Mariah
I
sick.
just
said that's not,
I want
you know,
her to
at
say it.
20, she didn't have to
I
do
want
it.
her to say it.
I
It's in the
think my
past now, so
stomach was
we can
hurt
air it out.
simultaneously with my
What was
head
going on, baby?
hurting. I was
Your head was hurting.
Nah,
Dang. Was
I
it the knee
cannot.
too?
my knees was hurting.
Not to check
You was
me like
playing
that.
outside. You was playing outside and you slid down the hill or something like that. Yeah. My baby can't do the pacer test today. So
I
Nope.
cannot. But
Not you
yeah,
got the note.
it's a
the
lot of
other fun
stuff.
thing is, and I'm realizing that like for whatever reason other schools didn't do this, but like around that same time where we were doing all the like testings and stuff, my middle school was like legit teaching us dance choreographies to random things, and one of the things that they taught us the
Mine did that.
choreography to was Thriller. I don't know. Every time I say like they did Thriller, everybody's like, "Really?" But everyone else was like, "Yeah, they did like Cotton Eye Joe or some other
Yeah,
nonsense."
that's
What
what
did y'all
mine
schools?
did. Mine did fucking.
Did
Let
y'all
me teach
do
you how to
dances and
lie.
stuff?
Yeah, let me teach you how to fucking do-si-do and shit. That's what my schools did. I would rather learn the
My
Thriller
school
dance.
taught
The
us
fuck?
Thriller too. I think.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Your husband was in there with me when we was doing Thriller.
See, now I want to ask him. Hold on, let me call him because I need him to confirm this story.
That's the only reason I know
Oh
the
wait,
Thriller dance.
was this
The
mi-
whole
was this middle
choreography is on a
was
6
this
count.
middle school, Justin? Because that's an old man.
Yes, it
Listen,
was middle school, Justin. Yes, indeed. This is the
Baby,
same
them
gym
fucking
class.
glasses was this
please,
big.
because I need you to confirm Roelle's story real quick about her gym class. Okay, thank you. Love you.
I cannot.
Okay, bye.
But yeah, that was
You coming to the stew to confirm because that's
not a
crazy.
problem. Not a
I-
problem. We were taught how to do Thriller, and I was like, that's the only reason it was on a
wild.
fucking
That
6
is
count.
wild. Y'all do things.
I
Y'all
love
do
that.
things real different over at Subbrook, child. Hi.
I would have loved to have
Step
did
into the
Thriller.
stew, baby.
That's
Step
one
into
of
the
her.
stew. Step into the stew.
Okay. What can I assist with today?
Okay. So
Oh, big
Roel
head.
claimed that when y'all were in middle school, when y'all were doing like the pacer test and all that other stuff, they taught y'all how to do Thriller. Is that true?
Hmm.
Do you remember?
Do you remember?
He can't. Y'all gotta remember he was the little old man in middle school.
You did age backwards. That's not
Did
a
age
lie.
Them glasses like this.
Because also in middle school, we called him Grandpa,
Okay.
and as you can see, he
Come
don't
on,
look like a
Justin.
grandpa no more.
No, he don't look like a grandpa at all.
I just feel like I can't say that I remember that, but it seems on brand for our school. That's what
Our-
would.
So
Our
that's
school apparently just did stuff different.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
That's very on brand.
He ain't beating them pop-up allegations. He don't even remember.
He's not. He never is. Never is. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, it's very
Hey,
bro. I can't necessarily say I remember it.
You calling him Jimmy in the birthday video threw me for such a loop.
me and Justin were unhinged in middle school. Let me just say that because another random fact: we were outside playing dodgeball, and you know the little dugouts, the little dugouts. We decided to turn that into a cage match. We was having a cage match on the side where everybody else was supposed to be playing kickball.
Okay.
And the teacher was like, "Why are y'all over there? Get on the field!" And I was midway trying to climb up.
Speaking of sports,
Only y'all.
what sports did y'all play growing up?
When you say play, are you talking about like legit or just
Like-
like in general?
What?
When I say in general, I mean like for fun, like not on a team, like maybe a pickup game with your friends, or
No,
like
like team sports. Like I played for the school, or I played for the county, or whatever.
So
and a half.
So I played soccer when I was in like elementary school, and then from middle to high school, I was a dancer, so I didn't really have time for sport. But the track team kept trying to recruit me when I was in high school. Also, the softball team tried to recruit me, and then the girls lacrosse team also tried to recruit me, and I was like, I don't have the time. I'm sorry. Dance is consuming my life, so I'm sorry. I just don't have the time. I wish my school had a dance team.
Lacrosse.
Yeah,
I can definitely see lacrosse if you played soccer.
Yeah, I was going to try lacrosse though, just never had a chance to do.
Lacrosse suck. You can't have any real contact. It's like field
Boo!
hockey.
That is true.
The ball
I
kept
want to hit somebody with something.
You
That's
don't know
not
how to
fun.
cradle?
Nope. That ball kept coming out every time I tried it. I was like, I might be too heavy-handed. I don't know.
She was over there.
All right.
Maybe I should have played tennis.
It's not a matter of like how strong you do it. You just got to make sure the movement is right. So it's more
Yeah,
technique than strength. So
it
like if
really
you were just
depends
yeeting it to
on
the side and not making it come back the right way, it was definitely gonna fall out.
Yeah. I don't know. I might have been eating it.
I was terrible at scooping up the ball in the female lacrosse with female lacrosse sticks because it didn't have a real pouch.
I was good
Or
at
was that male lacrosse
right.
sticks? Which one doesn't have the pouch?
The female ones definitely don't have the pouch.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's also the reason they don't have a pouch is because you can stick check people in men's lacrosse, so it needs to like be in something. And
That's
if you
what. Well,
stick
I
check
knew
someone
that.
in
I knew
women's
that
lacrosse, it's a
because
penalty, like you said.
women's lacrosse you can't contact.
You can't do nothing. It's crazy.
As soon as
so
you make
weird.
contact with the body, if you hit them with the stick or anything, yeah, it's done.
Yeah,
That's
Like,
it was very, very sexist.
yeah.
Flailing around in the grass.
And basically, they just want y'all to frolic through the field.
Right. When you start bucking at people like, get out
You
the
just
way.
running down the field like this.
Right.
Don't touch me.
Like you could like bump into them and stuff, but you couldn't be as rough as the men were.
Oh, so you can't like
Yeah,
blatantly make contact.
Get the ball.
like
Huh?
in men's lacrosse, you can literally
In
take your
men's
stick and
lacrosse, it's
slap their stick as they're cradling. If you do that in women's lacrosse, it's a penalty.
That's
yeah.
dumb. That's really dumb.
Yeah, it is stupid. I only know because I grew up as a boy, so I understand the differences. I've heard them,
Yeah.
I've seen them.
That's wild. It's
But
the
to answer Nisha's question directly,
You
I
did
did.
lacrosse?
Huh?
You did lacrosse?
I played it. I didn't join the team, but I've played it before.
Oh,
But that's why I said to directly answer Nisha's question, the sports teams that I've actually joined was wrestling and badminton.
Justin told me you were on the wrestling team. I'm not surprised by that at all.
I was really good, but I injured my shoulder, and that's kind of what made me have to stop. Like I didn't get to wrestle my senior year, but
Oh,
I did technically qualify for states, even though I didn't get to wrestle for 4 weeks because that's how good of a season I was having. So
oh, that's amazing.
I had to take 4 L's, and I still qualified for regionals. I went there, got 2 victories, which put me in the running to make it to states. But that's when I had my surgery, and I couldn't go.
Oh.
So
Okay, humble brag.
Oh.
Right.
I played volleyball and tennis.
Volleyball is very on brand for you. I feel like I can picture you spiking the shit out of the ball to somebody like boom, bitch.
now,
I
how
definitely
can
keep
you
doing
picture
that.
her short ass spiking the ball?
Yeah. I barely had the hops to get above the net. I used to
I want to
hate,
know your
hate
imagination.
and
She was
that fucking
spiking it.
and that fucking rotation. Not at all. Not at all.
I was trying to give you some credit. I was really trying to give you some credit that you just be like,
I got my last couple of inches at the end of high school.
damn.
So, and throughout like
Still
high
not
school
up
stuff,
there
I
either.
was like 5 even. My little ass wasn't about to be up on that net spiking shit.
Ah,
Not
don't know, I just-
against them big bitches that was up against me.
but you were good at at bumping though, right? Because like you seem like you were a good
Yeah, I feel like you
backline
get
middle
bumpers.
cutter
I
person.
was good at bumping and I was 100% server. Now, could I
Yeah,
jump
see, I
serve?
can see that.
Fuck ass, no, I couldn't do that.
I can see that, but I can't. I'm so sorry if it hurts your feelings. I can't see you spiking.
Nathan.
I can't see it. I would be so flabbergasted if like you got the air time. Like you would have to go in the air so high, you'd be like
You be coming down with gravity and shit.
Yeah, body plant to the floor every time. You weren't landing on your feet.
what? You
Y'all
can't land on
ignorant.
her feet.
Y'all
I at least said she can land. It would just be a high fall though.
Right, she be coming down with
Yeah,
it.
Honestly, the position that would have suited me better for volleyball would have been a libero. So I don't know if you've ever watched like volleyball matches, but there's always that one person that never rotates out of the back. They stay in the back 100% of the time. Yeah.
Okay. That was you.
That's like when you're backline.
Hmm?
I would say when you're server, like let's say if you start server, it goes from server to center to left center, right? That's how the rotation goes. I'm
Something
trying to
like
see if I
that.
remember.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even 100% remember how to fucking play the game.
I
It's
only
been so
know a lot
fucking
about
long.
volleyball because my brother played volleyball too, so I watched a lot of his
Yeah,
games.
but yeah, you would serve and then you would rotate. You either rotate to the center or you would rotate to the back left.
Yeah, because I think my brother was middle net, so he was
I
going
could see it.
from front to like the left side to the middle, and that was his rotation. So yeah, it's like everybody got like 3 spots that they have to play low key in volleyball, except the person that Nisha said.
Cool.
And that's the server, right?
Everybody served.
Technically, yeah.
Everybody served, but like Libero never left the back. Never leaves the back lines.
Those are the people that are really good at bumping, because if somebody spike it, you're the one that has to make sure that the ball's still in play on your team, because you can't really
Yeah.
set a spike like that.
And then you had your setters and then you had your actual spikers.
Mm-hmm.
There were actual spikers. It wasn't everybody that's up on the net. But if you're on the net, you know, you could try. I got on the net and literally where the bottom of the net was, that was my head.
Yeah, I was really trying to give you credit, Nisha. I'm sorry.
Fuck all y'all. Fix your face, Mariah.
Don't be like that. I love you. Come on,
you
baby. You know you can spike it. Boo-boo. I believe in you.
You ain't shit, Judy.
I said figures.
So we got soccer, we got wrestling, we got volleyball. What's our last?
I also play tennis.
Volleyball and tennis.
I played more tennis than I did volleyball.
Dang, you was doing it vigorous.
I'll say tennis.
I
We
did
got
a lot.
soccer, we got wrestling, we got tennis.
Because I also did marching band.
I'm not
Why
surprised
your
you
face do
marching
that?
band. That doesn't surprise me.
Why your face do that? What you got against marching band?
Dude, oh my God, you ever seen them carry them heavy instruments?
I've seen them.
Back hurting. Oh, girl.
It's called conditioning.
Right.
We still had to run and warm up and stuff, just like sports. Technically, I feel like marching band should be like one of the sports programs for real.
Yeah,
it would make sense.
Very similar to how
anything is a sport.
Very similar to how dance should be a thing too.
Thank you.
Dance is a sport,
Thank
though.
you.
Yeah, but is it a sport in schools? Like
no, it's not.
And specific schools. You have to
Yeah,
go
it's
to
not
specific
schools, but,
schools.
like if you're not in an art school, no.
Yeah, some
'Cause
people don't
at
have the funding to have a cheer team, like, and a dance team. Like,
Yeah, because my school had a cheer team and a dance team. And our cheer team was trash. We used to out cheer them in the bleachers
I wish my school had a dance team.
as the pep band. Yep. Yeah. Over there, be aggressive. Be aggressive. And we be in the stands. Y'all suck. Y'all suck.
Not y'all suck.
because in my head, Be Aggressive was one of my favorite cheers.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Yo. They had some dumbass cheers.
I don't know none of my school's cheers because all the sports I did, our cheerleaders ain't show up for us.
Damn.
That's fucked up.
To be fair, though, the cheerleaders didn't really cheer for like any other sports outside of basketball and football.
Yeah, if it wasn't football or basketball. Now, I was definitely feeling some type of way because when we went to other schools, the cheerleading team was definitely there for their wrestling team. So I was just like, hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Yeah.
My team, we couldn't go to all the away games. We only went to like the rival school away games because they didn't want to pay for us to have a bus.
Damn.
Y'all didn't just ride the bus with the basketball players and the football players? Damn.
No, we ride with them.
Damn.
And I honestly feel like they had like the little short buses. Not the short buses, but like you know how like some of the yellow buses had like They had like the tall chairs. They had like the
You ain't
AC
beating them
vents and
allegations.
everything. LOL. But you know what I'm talking about, like the coach yellow buses, the deluxe buses.
The
Mm,
deluxe.
I'm hip. I'm hip.
The
I'm
one with the
hip.
3 windows.
With the
Lord, Mariah, you ain't never beaten them allegations, child.
It was the one where the window opened like this so that no one can actually get out.
deluxe buses, and it
She
was
said,
like
"Meet me on the
no
south side
yellow
over
buses.
by the short bus."
Short bus shorty. Short bus shorty.
Did anybody do any clubs
But
when
no,
they
I
were in
didn't have
school?
any. I didn't have no pretty ass buses. We got our ass on that yellow ass, dusty ass bus.
What's similar to you guys is I did soccer. I did soccer, taekwondo. I took swim classes. I took 2 dance classes, and then I did cheer.
You had taekwondo in school?
Hey, I'm trying to figure out how you
No,
did that.
No, she
I
said
was
she
like,
took these as classes similar to Jamila's dance class.
yeah,
Oh, okay. I
okay,
thought we were
okay.
still talking about like school
The only
sanctioned
one
stuff.
that was actually in school was cheer.
Be aggressive. Be
Hey,
aggressive. Be
I was
aggressive.
waiting for that. I was waiting for that. So you did taekwondo? I didn't know that. I also did taekwondo.
You
That's pretty
did?
cool.
I
Yeah,
didn't. I did weightlifting and self defense.
I only got to a yellow belt in taekwondo because I swapped to jeet kune-do. But you know,
Hey, yeah. So I don't know. Me and my mom was literally just talking about this the other day. Um, I was basically out of my entire class was the only one that got to my orange belt solely for the fact that none of them other kids was. I think they was. I'm gonna leave it alone. But I was the only one. Like my instructor had to
Yeah.
pull me to the side and was like, "You were actually the only one that actually passed it." And the other ones was just what was those trophies we was talking about earlier?
Participation trophy.
Participation
participation.
trophy.
Yeah.
Here's your white ribbon. Thank you for
And,
coming.
Yay. Yay.
Thank
and
you.
then basically my mom told me that like we told her like we didn't want to do it no more. So but I
That's
don't
usually how I
recall
go.
saying that because I actually like now I hated doing the duck walks. I listen, whoever invented duck walks need to be shot.
No. Hold
But
on.
Come on,
Not too heavy on
advocate
the
for
duck
the
walks
duck
now.
walks. Come on, advocate
Not
for the
too
duck
heavy on the
walks.
duck walks now,
Here
because
she go. Here she go.
if you kept them duck walks up, you would have the mega knees that you want so bad right now.
straight and narrow with that and I'm getting there because the progress that I've made thus far is duly noted.
Yes,
So
and that's now because you stopped. If you just continuously did them duck walks, it would be cakewalk for you. Cake walk. Ooh, I love duck walks.
like
Duck walks are so intensive. I love leg workouts. That's what it is. That's why I was a wrestler because I ain't have to really have an upper body. But if I had strong legs, I could take you down. That's all that mattered. So that's why I am definitely an advocate. I love duck walks. I love RDLs. I like Romanian deadlifts. I said the same thing twice. I like Bulgarian. That's what I said. Bulgarian split squats. I love all that.
I'm about to say
Jump squat.
it's different ones because you got
Ah,
the Russian and the
but
Romanian.
I think the one exercise that I actually loved out of all of the sports that I played was calf raises. Calf raises I'll do all day every day with no problem.
do you do them overextended or underextended?
What does that mean?
So if this is your calf, right? Do you push up and that's your workout, or do you get on something elevated and you go down and go back up to that normal spot?
So when I was cheering, I would do the
The
elevated
elevated.
and then do it. Yeah. But
Okay.
now I if I'm watching TV or something, I'll just butterfly it, flutter it, and then slow.
Okay.
That's it.
Only reason I asked is because after doing some research, the elevated lower level of the calf raises affect the muscle better. It puts more of a positive strain on the muscle. So if you're trying to like get more strength in your calves, you kind of want to do the elevated lower range ones. You don't have to go all the way up because it's going to overextend and then you're going to hurt yourself. You just got to go under and then go back up to middle ground and then go back down again.
I see.
Little tidbit for you.
Write that down.
If y'all got any questions about leg workouts, I got you. Anywhere else,
cannot.
ask someone else.
Ask someone else. To Jamila's question.
Anywhere else, get somebody else to do it.
Clubs. I remember.
Yeah, she asked about clubs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What clubs was
What
you
clubs
in?
did y'all do when y'all were in school?
I did 3 technically. Like over the course of from middle school to high school, I've been in 3 total. It was anime, which I had to start at my high school. I did orchestra because it wasn't like an actual thing. It was a little club situation. And then I also did theater. We had a little theater club in high school also.
I got kicked out of theater.
I need to know why. I need to know why.
She just said, I got kicked out of theater. Silence.
So my choir teacher was just like, "You're good. You should go to theater. You should do theater." Baby, singing in a choir and theater is 2 different things.
Very different.
She said,
very different.
She said, you just gotta say it louder. Speak from your diaphragm. Say it with your chest. I can't hear what you're saying. Yeah, she's like, I can't hear what you're saying. I was like, well, I'm speaking as loud as I can get. Mind you. Exactly. That's exactly what I did. She said, well, I just don't think this for you. And I said, well, I don't either. So
it's the what I don't.
You tried to tell her.
I was enjoying it though, but she just said I wasn't loud enough.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
but I also had stage fright.
That.
I had stage
That's
fright.
what I was about to say. There's so many factors. Like I get that you might not have been loud enough, but at the same time, there's a bunch of factors that come into being able to project your voice properly. And what literally stage fright is literally one of them. Just that nervousness is going to stop your ability to properly get it out.
Girl, wasn't nobody even there. It was just me and everybody else I knew, and I still couldn't do it.
It don't matter who was there. The fact of doing it, performing is easy. Like no matter what you're doing, performing is not easy.
True. Performing is not easy.
So I commend you for being able to stand 10 toes down on what you felt.
She said,
and giving it a shot.
Also trying it, yeah.
She said, "Get the hell out. Stayed after school for nothing."
I was never in a major role except for Parody, Beauty, and the Beast, but I was definitely an understudy 3 times, and all 3 times I never got to go up.
I'm not gonna say nothing, but I'd have started oiling up the steps every chance I got.
Oh no, you was one of them.
I wasn't gonna do that. The people that got the actual role were my friends.
That's crazy.
They would eat lunch every day, wouldn't they?
That's crazy.
That's so wild.
You're sabotaging people.
Baby had bubble guts for the stage.
Crazy.
Mariah.
I didn't need to be the center of attention. I wasn't even in a major role ever. I was still an understudy.
Intrusive thinking.
That's crazy.
Wild.
No. But
I'm having them up in the back from like, say you ain't going.
I was
the thought never even crossed my mind.
That's
Mariah, Judy. What clubs did you do? What clubs did you do?
Wait, since you're over there trying to hit people up for theater roles.
Nothing at all. I didn't do any clubs. I went to a trade. I went to a trade school, but that's it. In high school, culinary.
Oh.
Okay, Salt Bay.
I
That's
don't want to
it.
hear any more of that
Yeah,
story. I'm petty.
I didn't do culinary. I did criminal justice and CAD.
That is very niche coded. Criminal
No,
That is
justice.
very coded.
And
Let me figure some shit out. That's
but
literally I like that.
I did criminal justice for 1 year and then swapped to CAD for the remainder.
no,
Okay,
you can
I
swap.
remember hearing CAD, but what is CAD? Because I don't remember.
Computer aided draft and design.
Oh
I
Oh, like
wow.
architecture
design.
stuff.
Yeah,
Okay,
loved it.
okay.
Loved
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I
Wanted
was
to do
about to say that
architecture.
would have been. Yeah, that would have been beneficial. Girl, I regret it. After my second year of culinary, I regretted it so bad. So bad. I didn't love it anymore.
Damn.
They
I
say
feel like that
once you
happens
like
though, especially when
start
you've been doing something for
taking
so
culinary
long.
classes, yeah, they say once you start like learning culinary, the fun of cooking kind of gets a little siphoned out unless you're able to like keep it up mentally.
Yeah, because
So that
it's like you're no longer cooking for
One
fun. It's
thing,
like
one thing you're
now
not
you
gonna
cooking
do is
for
tell me
the
how to cook my food. I'm gonna cook my food the way I want
right,
to
like
cook my food.
That
And
part.
don't correct me on how I cut my stuff. You need to julienne them. No, I'm
right,
cutting them. Leave me alone. It's gonna
right.
they
julienne.
either getting they
Imagine
getting
doing
cut,
that,
chopped, or diced. To leave me alone.
There you
doing
go.
that all day, every day. Just that one thing.
Mom loved it.
Uh,
She did culinary and
More,
hospitality was one of her majors.
more power to
they
her,
had
because
separate classes. They had hospitality and tourism, and then they had culinary.
She did them all as one.
Dang.
That was one of her
Always just
majors.
like when we
I feel
had
like
like
what I
events,
did is
we
about to
were
sound so
always like,
uninteresting.
But the clubs at
Um, yeah.
what clubs were
When I
you
was
in?
in middle school, because I was the overachiever kid, I was in National Junior Honor Society. Then when I got to high school, I was in the AVID program, which is basically like a college prep program. And then I was also in SAD, which is Students Against Destructive Decisions. Um,
ooh,
yeah. Then
how'd
I
that
was
go?
I was
How'd
destructive.
that go? How'd that go?
considering I wasn't as adventurous as I am now, it was great. Because I was like, oh my god, smoking, drinking, underage. Meanwhile, I got to college and started cutting the fuck up, but that's neither here nor there. Um, and then I also did Future Business Leaders of America, or FBLA. And with that, so we used to have to do a regional competition. Then from regional, you went to the state competition. Then if you won your state competition in your event, you went to national, which was people like all over the country. So my junior year, going into my junior year of high school, I went to their national competition in Anaheim, California. So that was fun. I didn't win my event, but I mean, I got to go to Disneyland, so it worked out for me.
yeah, that's what happened to me, bitch. I didn't get to make it to national, but I made it to a regional competition. But that motherfucker was rigged because the school that we was at, they had the upper hand by like tenfold. So all of them
Ooh,
motherfuckers went to national.
I
I have an
Yeah, the cool
embarrassing
can
part about
story.
the state competition was like meeting kids from like different schools and stuff like that. That was the fun part for me because I met a few people from schools in like Howard County and like all over the place. So that was fun. It was
That's
just some
lit.
wild shit. It was just some wild shit going down in in their hotel rooms, but that ain't none of my business. I wasn't involved.
Ooh,
Jesus
ooh,
Christ.
Yes.
ooh.
Okay. You know,
Listen, you
I
I
get
mean,
some
can't
that
say
reminds
nothing.
me.
a hotel, no supervision. The teachers don't really give a fuck.
Yeah. Cause
Yeah.
our little band when we used to be in the back of the bus playing Dare or Dare.
There or dare. You don't even
Yeah.
get a
Yes,
choose option, just there or
you don't
dare.
get
No,
a choice. You're
it was
going
like
to
Dare or
do it.
Double Dare. You just had to do it. And them dares got ridiculous. We was back there
Oh
flashing
Lord.
people and kissing people and everything else. But yeah.
Teenagers.
I have a real
But
quick
the
embarrassing story to tell everybody. Because
Uh
you
oh.
mentioned the National Junior Honor Society, right?
Uh oh.
I was a child that my mom was a
All
valedictorian
of those
when she
too.
was in school. right? So she wanted me to like pretty much follow in her footsteps, be really good in school, be all that. I was not that person. I was not the greatest in school, but I apparently qualified for the National Junior Honor Society, and they send you the little package that's in that like
Yep.
triangle,
Mm-hmm.
and it was sent to my grandmother's house, and my grandmother's house, like I said earlier, is in the city, and I was going to a county school, so like I was living with my grandmother at this time, and it got to her. She put it on the little TV stand, and I never knew that I got it. So I didn't find out I was part of the National Junior Honor Society until after I graduated.
That's wild.
That's
Granny was using that
hilarious.
to hold up the TV.
To make it even worse, Nisha was the one that was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "I don't even know. I've always seen it, but I picked it up, and it was the National Junior Honor Society box."
I did not know that was the first time you learned it.
That was the absolute first time that I've
That's
ever seen that in my entire life.
That's
And
hilarious.
that was way past I actually graduated. It was like 3 or 4 years after I graduated or something like that. So it was crazy.
She got some explaining to do. Because
Okay,
she looked at it and was like,
what is that?
"This is good."
She set it up. It was on display.
Yeah, it was there. I just never paid it no mind. It wasn't. I figured,
She
as
didn't
a
use it
child,
as like a TV prop. It was actually set up. Like it was actually sitting up.
the only thing is she has this like glass sculpture, and it was like behind the glass sculpture, so like it was visible, but it wasn't like clear.
That's
what it was.
crazy.
I was in National Honor Society. I don't know if I ever made. No, I never made Junior National Honors Society because I swapped middle schools. But for the high school, I was National Honor Society, National Honor Roll. I was on the JV Mathletes team.
Yes, mathlete.
I did.
Oh, I had an embarrassing one too of a club I joined.
I was part of the Anime and Gaming Club. I joined the Pride Club as an ally.
I'm dead.
Not
Nope,
this
you was
one.
out.
Woo, buddy.
It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me.
Yeah,
You was in there being a spot.
Right. You was in that spot for the app.
I was honestly in it to support a friend.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah, I was in there supporting a friend. He started
beautiful.
He started the club, and then I was in pep band. I did a lot. I was never home. Let's just put it that way. I was never home. SGA, all of that. I was in it.
I
didn't do SGA.
I did this engineer program, like engineering mathematical program, but I didn't think anything of it because it was like
was it like a STEM program?
Yeah, like a STEM program, yeah. But it was like at the college, so I didn't really think nothing of it because it was like for the weekend.
Is it because your bus had 3 windows?
Oh,
that was an ugly ass laugh. God damn. Ooh, I didn't mean to laugh like that. I'm so sorry.
That
I don't know what it was.
Mariah said her bus had style. Okay. She rode the Greyhound to competitions. The one that came with the charging ports.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. We didn't have that because they couldn't afford them.
We rode regular ass buses.
Not the school was broke.
Our school was broke, or they portrayed to be broke.
No, y'all must ain't have boosters.
Our high school.
That's why those buses that I was talking about, those little elite little buses, was only for the football team.
Only.
Not that was
no one else can use them.
No, but that's really how it is. So like when I know for my school, like each of the sports and each of like you had band boosters, you had like your volleyball boosters, like each sport had their own booster. And if your parents were not boosting that, you weren't getting the best of the best stuff.
Nope.
Football,
I think we had a booster club overall. I don't think it went to any specific sport for my high school.
it's based off of how much is coming from which team's parents.
Mm.
So like
Well,
our
I don't
football
know
and
anybody.
baseball team had bomb ass uniforms, had like the nice, they had nice shit.
Which I didn't understand because our football team sucked.
See, and that's what I was trying to say because my school didn't have a track at all. Like we had to go to CCBC to use their track in order to practice. They
Hey,
also held tryouts at CCBC, but for whatever reason, we was multiple time state champs in track. So I don't.
how?
It ain't always
So build up.
because of it.
Y'all
We
had some
used someone
runners.
else's track, and we was dedicated to the practice.
To
That's
be
all that mattered.
fair,
That's all that mattered.
college tracks are usually larger than high school ones.
I'm just saying it's the fact
So
that they didn't have it, but they made a way.
but hear me out.
There's a will, there's a way.
So if they're timing how fast they're running around a college track, and then they're going up against another high school on a high school track, bitch, they probably were dusting people.
We made a way.
Dusting people.
Made a way.
Without a doubt.
Made a way.
Right. Would have been dusting ass.
Turn something
people.
into nothing.
So I was first inconvenient. And then I was training harder than them little ass, skinny ass kids.
Right.
I better have won something. I'm
That
leaving
makes
here.
me mad.
Right, like I'm
That makes me
leaving.
mad in hindsight.
Right.
Because you know how I didn't say track was one of the things I played in school? I
did
tried out for
in
track.
middle school.
I tried out for track. I made the team. I just never showed up after that.
Oh my God. You know what that reminds me of? I did track in middle school, and I was doing the 4x4, the 4x400, and I was third leg. And
Ooh, they had you running.
guess
You was running.
Guess who was the fucking the fucking little ref on the side?
Who?
Fucking Rick.
Was it your mom?
Rick.
Oh!
Rick!
Because Rick's main sport, after he messed up his shoulder, his main sport was track and field. So like he's a beast at running. And that shit was so funny because the girl who was the second leg, she was special. So you can't run outside the lines. And
you gotta stay in your
everybody
lane.
had already dusted her and I was waiting. She was just, she didn't care.
Wow.
And Rick was like, man,
Oh
he was like, man, I ought disqualify y'all, but you lucky you my sister, for real. Man, go on run up that thing, man. Go on, get out here. I was like, yeah.
I think you said it just like that too.
Right, you didn't have to tell me go on, get up out of here.
Right.
And then she went, let go of the baton. Let go of the baton. What are you doing?
Struggling like, sis, we lost already. Just skip it out.
Like, come on, just let's at least finish so we can say we did.
Crazy part is we came in second.
That's the one thing I remember, like running relays. I was always first leg. One, because when I was trying out, I was doing the 40. I was trying out for the 40. I beat the senior as a junior. I beat the senior sprinter, so everybody was like, them right there. So I already had a target on my back, but we did a practice, whatever the fuck they call it. And I did the first leg, and I made a faster time than him one time, because we did it like 3 times. But one time, I made a faster time than him, and nobody would let that go. Nobody wanted to let it go. So
you ruined that man's straight career.
I was just kind of over, because our track team was like the popular kids, because they were the ones that win all the trophies in the school. So it was like the track team won the most trophies. Then it was volleyball. I'm sorry, not volleyball. Basketball second, and then wrestling was third. And
ours was basketball.
So everybody was like, "Yeah, track team. Yeah, they're the cool kids." So I was kind of over like being in that crowd.
Ball team was lit. And I'm not just saying that because my nigga was playing.
Oh Lord, I'm over it. It's like,
Your man was playing.
You was one of
And
them.
saying that because he was playing,
Beef,
and I
I
was
got
cheering
that
for
beef,
him.
beef,
Right?
I got it. Yeah, he
Not
was
Don't
one
let
of
knowing
them.
that
what was
be
going
say.
on.
ooh, you look like a lollipop in high school too. You probably stood up on the bleachers and almost tilted over.
He was like, yeah, go, babe. You
No,
got this.
if she was a cheerleader, she shouldn't have been in the bleachers.
Mm-hmm.
You
Your
never
ass
know
was
with
in
her.
the bleachers?
Some cheers. We did do some cheers in the bleachers.
Crazy. See, that's
Mhm.
why we used to bully ours, lazy ass cheerleaders. Get your ass down there on the damn track.
Not bully.
The sound like because we was so the
Oh yeah,
sound like it echoed.
I can see that. Did y'all have what type of floor did y'all have in y'all gyms?
Some
Wood,
real
His
bang bang
floors.
that I hurt my kneecap on,
shiny ass wooden
and I thought,
floors.
how
You
you
had the
hurt
hardwood.
yourself on the basketball floor? I don't know, but I did it.
What other
Did
floor would
anybody
you have
have
in
that
your
like?
gym?
I don't
Because
know.
we had two gyms. It was our ghetto gym that I don't know why we always called it the ghetto gym, but it was like the ghetto gym had like this like weird soft but hard like floor. Like if you step in it, your foot would like go into it a little bit, but like it was hard. Like it was tough. It was dense. That's the word I want. It was
That's where
dense.
we would do like yoga, wrestling stuff. If they didn't want to bring out the mats and stuff, that's where we
Hmm.
would do it, and it was smaller, right?
Yeah,
That sounds
yeah.
like the
And then we had
wrestling
the
room
actual
we
gym.
Yeah,
had in my high
that's a
school.
wrestling room.
Yeah, we
For
had a
us,
wrestling room
for
in my
us,
high school.
we didn't have a wrestling room. That gym, we had to put the mats over that floor.
You
That
still
was
have to
our
put the
area.
mats over it, but that's literally considered the wrestling room.
The only reason I'm going to say no is because when we trained with what is that school in the city, Perry?
Don't
Something.
matter
It
what
was a
school,
school in the
whatever.
Really?
city. It was a school in the city that we went to train with because our team captain's dad was the coach over there. Uh, they had an actual wrestling room where the entire floor was just wrestling mat, like actual wrestling mat. So like
Yeah, but
that's
I'm saying
ever
like
since I seen that, I was a little jealous because
no,
we ain't had that. We couldn't just
y'all
walk in and
had
start throwing people around. Like
y'all had
we
the
had to
low
roll out these big
budget.
ass mats.
Yeah, y'all had the
It was
low budget wrestling room.
Yeah, they
I
had
was
money.
The thing about
Yeah.
I
their
hated it.
wrestling, yeah, the thing about their wrestling room is that y'all can roll up y'all mats and take them out to be clean. They have to have someone come in and actually clean the mat and under the mat, or y'all niggas would have cauliflower ear. Like y'all would have been so bacteriaed up.
If I
Yeah.
didn't have to roll out that big ass mat, I was happy. I don't care what happened after that.
That's
But
what
those
I'm
mats was
saying.
heavy.
You had the broke people wrestling room.
I hate it. We ain't have no track. We had no wrestling room. I hate it.
That's crazy. Y'all ain't had nothing.
I mean, from the fact that how we rolled it up, how we had to roll it up, the edge of the wrestling mat would be like this every day. So I was over it.
I
Using
remember that.
teamwork.
I remember those because we used to have to roll them out for gymnastics and wrestling.
Cheer. We had
Why?
to roll them out for cheer.
Yeah, it was still just called
Why?
like the wrestling room.
But the only
It
reason I
it
say
wasn't
like it's
as
a little,
fancy as like those schools that got money, but that's literally what it is.
I was just saying that our school used that area for like a bunch of different stuff. So like
Yeah,
I
so
never
did
it never
ours.
correlated as a dedicated wrestling room.
So did
That's all I'm
ours,
saying.
but
It never
I know,
correlated.
but I'm saying so did ours, but that's literally what that room is called, is the wrestling room.
It for us it was definitely something else because there was classrooms in there.
Damn.
That's
Like
weird.
all that we have a bunch of
Yeah, that's
environmental
weird. That's not
uh
even healthy for somebody
technology
to
stuff.
sit in class in that.
That's what I'm saying. They're
Ain't no
not in it. It's like on the outer rims there was like 5 classes and they were all like in the environmental science like area. That was like where they were. But that's also where like the cheerleaders practice and the wrestlers practice. So yeah. That's why I said I don't know. I remember now.
You
It
know
was
what?
actually called the
I'm gonna have to visit the school to see what the fuck this shit look
den.
like because it just sounds like you just
Yeah,
had
that's what I'm saying.
classrooms around the gymnasium, which is normal.
The gymnasium was completely separate. The
No, I'm
gymnasium
talking
was
about
like a
like
whole different building.
that room that y'all practice in. It just sounds like y'all just had classes around a workout room, which is normal for a school.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I've never seen it anywhere else that I've been to. That's the only reason I'm speaking like this because I'm just unsure.
I don't know.
Damn, bro.
I've
And
only
all
been
I'm
I've
saying,
only been to one
y'all
high
grew up
school,
in the
so I
same
don't know. I only
I
The
attended
only
I
reason
only
I've seen
attended one high school and competed at others, but I didn't explore their fucking gym area and stuff. So,
no other school had a situation like that I've been to because I've only attended one school also, but I've been to others,
but
walked around with other people.
the way you describe the flooring and then rolling out the mat and stuff, it just sounds like the smaller gym that almost every high school has. I
In
mean, the
other
one.
words, Nisha saying your school ain't special.
I wasn't trying to say it was, but
No,
it's
I
fine.
I'm
was
It's all
just I
good.
was just saying. I wasn't trying to say it's not special. I'm just saying like it's
Jaden, bro.
literally you had the same thing that
That part.
that other school had. It's just that you had the broke version of it.
No budget.
Every broke public school had that room, but it was always for like wrestlers and other niggas to practice in because if you weren't a
They had
basketball player or a volleyball player, you were not using the main gymnasium to practice.
I can definitely see that because we spent all our money on trees.
Hey yo.
It sounds crazy, but our school was an environmental technology school, so it makes sense at the same time. But yeah, we spent like all of our money on trees.
But okay.
I mean that makes sense. It's environmental.
Yeah.
school. Because here we are eating off of styrofoam trays.
Y'all had styrofoam trays? Damn.
Here, and you out here buying trees?
Road school should not have had styrofoam trays if y'all were environmental school.
That would have been crazy.
We didn't have styrofoam trays.
You
No.
had the hard plastic joints, right?
I think so. I didn't ever get school lunch, but I don't think we had styrofoam trays.
Oh well, nigga, we was
I
poor.
don't remember.
I ate the shit out that lunch because niggas was poor.
I was one of the kids that went to lunch was like, I don't feel like eating. You want to play Yu-Gi-Oh? All right, let's play Yu-Gi-Oh. We had 30-minute sessions of Yu-Gi-Oh. So I don't remember styrofoam trays, but at the same
And
time, I didn't really eat.
I was that
So-
person that had fucking Pokemon battles and did not give a fuck. I would still be fucking smashing my food, still eating.
I love
You're
it.
not gonna stop me from eating my food. Eat.
Yeah.
Be in school.
Take a bite, play another card.
Be all hungry for the rest of the day. Fucking lunch at 11, but I don't get out of school till 2:30, 3 o'clock. Hell no.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
crazy ass timings. But you know, I'm not
The
gonna.
lunch times was insane because like it's 11 o'clock. This is breakfast. This is not lunch.
Breakfast was at 7.
Wild.
Fam, 11:45 lunch was the craziest thing I've ever had to experience.
These yours was at 11:45. Mine was 11.
I never got that unlucky with my schedule.
Mine was 11. My sister's was
That's a crazy time for
my
lunch.
sister's was 10:45.
I feel like the best lunchtime that we had was 12:30, but that's just me.
I ain't never had
Yeah,
that.
but then you only got like 2.5 hours left to school. What time y'all let out? Like 2:30, 3 o'clock,
Yeah.
3:50?
Somewhere around
2:45 for
that,
us, yeah.
2:05 for
It was
me.
somewhere around that. Definitely somewhere around that.
2:45.
Yeah, that time would have went by quick.
7:30 a.m. till 2:45. That's a goddamn
It sounds
job.
so long.
That
I
was
got
a
one
job.
last question.
That's how they
For
get
me.
you.
From this question encompasses from elementary school as far as you can remember, even pre-K if you can, up to potentially college if you did go. On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you rate your student experience?
So high school, I was overachiever unhinged. I would rate my high school experience at 8.
Okay.
I don't remember shit about grade school. Grade school, I hated school. I was overachiever,
Fair.
but I hated it because I was a chubby kid with big titties, and niggas just bullied me for that. High school, unhinged. College, eh. College
So
was honestly
overall
boring.
7?
Oh, if we're doing the overall, because I was rating them on their own. Elementary, middle
Well-
school, it's like a 5.
Okay.
High school is like an 8. College is like a fucking 3. Fucking hated college. College was so boring. I learned the same shit I learned in high school. What the fuck for? I'm fucking
I
paying
just did
y'all
the math.
thousands of dollars to learn the same shit I learned in high school. You learn
Nisha's
shit.
average. Your average was a 5.
Hey
Out of
yo,
all the out of all the numbers you just gave me, your average school experience from
I'm gonna
elementary
tell
to
you.
college is a 5.
I'm gonna tell you how much I hated college. College was the first time I ever got a C, D, or F.
Yeah, those is normal grades in college.
I fucking was bored out of my mind. Like, if I'm not learning something, I'm bored. And then I'm not showing up to class. I'd rather sit in the damn student center and play
I'm
video
not going to
games.
incriminate myself.
I ain't show up to class. I told my mom I ain't show up to class. I said, why the fuck am I going to class? I already passed this class. I took this class in high school. Why am I here?
can't argue with it.
At all. So
So
we got 5 from Nisha. Who wants to go next?
I was always an overachiever from grade school to high school, so I'd probably give that like a 9. Um, when I got to college, I really like tasted freedom for the first time because I was a sheltered kid. So I got a little buck wild when it came to college. So I stopped like caring about school and stuff like that until recently, of course. So probably for college, I'd probably say I was like a 2.5, maybe a 3 on a good day. Honestly,
Okay.
the only classes I cared about in college were like the classes for my major since I was a dance major. Everything else I was kind of like, whatever.
Sound like me in college.
Yeah.
But your average, from what you just told me, is a 6.
The overachiever
damn.
me does not like
I'm
that.
calculating them
Hey,
because I'm bad at math.
like, how she even
Right. I was trying to figure
I'm
it out like, why are
calculating
you
them.
do that?
You know.
beginning for the beginning of
Look,
this podcast? I
as
was
long as
trying to figure it out.
what did I say? As long as the
How
answer
are we
is correct, that's
calculating
all
this?
that
How are we getting these
matters.
numbers?
Well, you
Uh,
literally told me a bunch of numbers. I
What's your
added them all
equation?
up, and then I divided by the sum of all the numbers. Well, not the sum, but the properties of all the numbers. So Nisha gave me 4, so I added up the I don't remember what you said, but I added up the 4 numbers,
I
then
gave
I
you like a
divided it by
4
4.
plus 8, and then I
Let
gave
me
you like
find
a
out. You a
3.
math is low key, bro.
I know. All right. So the thing with me, I know theories and I can understand equations, but once I start calculating, that's when it get crazy. If I didn't have this calculator, I'm not a calculator. Can't
I believe
calculate.
you.
So,
So
so I can set up the problem.
I gave you 3 different figures out of a 10, which was a 30, and then I gave you a number that equaled probably about 15.
I don't remember. Like I said, I don't remember what
No,
confused
that's what I'm saying. So you're just taking that 30 and dividing it by the 15.
All right, bro, Mariah, it's on
No,
you.
it would have been divided by 4 because you gave me 4 digits. You said 2 things are 3, something else was a 9, and something else was a 4 or something like that. It was
I
something
gave
like
you
that.
3
I remember
digits.
you gave me 4, but either way, that's what I did.
I gave you 4 digits.
Because you said 2 things were 3.
Grade school, college, high school, and I think you said middle school too.
No, I put middle
Yeah,
school and elementary school together.
Yeah, you gave that.
oh, so that's what I
I gave you 3
misunderstood. 'Cause
numbers.
you said middle school and elementary school were 3, so I said 3, and then did the other 2.
Okay. Math was
Lord.
not mathing for me. I was like,
I,
what?
I give elementary school. I think I only rate my elementary school like student experience like a 7 because I think that's where I retained a lot of like my little things that help me learn, like my little strategies that help me learn. But then also when the book fair came around, a bitch ain't had no money, so she was stuck getting the erasers and shit off the desk.
I know that struggle, girl. I know that struggle.
So yeah,
I
it
was
wasn't
one
till
of
high
those
school where
kids
I
that was
actually
giving
could get
money.
what I wanted. But middle school, was like a mixed experience for me because that's when a lot of things started changing. So it was like adjusting as a new student was kind of hard. So I would give that experience like a 5.
Okay.
And in high school was the jump off, man. High school was my give high school a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, high school was it. High school was lit. Yup. I don't got no regrets.
Not
No,
regrets.
right?
Okay.
And
So
then
so
college,
far,
I only did
okay.
some college. I'm gonna give college because that was like a mixed experience for me too because I had to transfer schools, so I had to basically start over. So that really pissed me off. So I'm gonna give college like a 4 out of 10.
Because that shit's too fucking expensive to be dealing with that bullshit. Like, why if I took college courses and AP classes, can you not accept those credits? You gonna have
Yeah,
me
that's
take these same
weird.
classes all over again?
Why can't you accept none of these credits? None of them? You can't accept not even
Crazy.
And
a
they
half
will be
of
like, oh, you didn't
Crazy.
attend the sister school. It don't matter. You're all universities under the state of fucking Maryland.
them for
Right.
half
Right.
a semester. Half a semester.
You all came from the same daddy. Fucking Maryland. State of fucking Maryland.
Period.
Well, Mariah, you're
That's
right
a
around the
that's a
6
scam.
also
College is a scam.
overall,
It is a scam, actually.
and I
What
guess
what I
that
get?
leads
What I
back to
get?
me. You got a 6. You got a 6.
Okay.
Damn, am I the only one floating on
All
like
right,
a
Rose,
2,
see
3?
you.
Not what I forgot what I said, but I felt like I said a 5 or 6 for you too. But since everyone else was doing it this way, elementary school, uh, I'd probably give a 4. My elementary school, I didn't find myself at all, so I just went to school, didn't talk to nobody. I tried not to talk to nobody, and then just went home. As I told y'all earlier, it was just across the street, so I ain't do nothing. Uh, Middle school for me was kind of fun. I didn't like any of the like classes, but I had a lot of good memories outside of actual classroom settings. So I'll probably give that a 7. High school was kind of the same way. So I'll give that an 8 actually because that's when I started. That's probably when I actually like started being a content creator. I just didn't know it was a content creator at that time.
Mhm.
And then college was abysmal. That was the only the only time like I failed classes in high school, but college was the only time I actually felt like a failure because I only took 5 classes in college and I only passed 2.
That baby had a
Failing
So
.3
a college
GPA.
class is like a different type of hurt.
Oh, it wasn't.
and it was
Fuck them
like
classes.
the only classes that I passed, very kind of similar to what Jamila was saying, was what I was majoring in, was my theater classes. So I passed my theater 101 and my theater stage makeup classes, but my history class, my math class, and that other class that I cannot remember for the
And
life
that's
of me,
another
I
thing.
failed.
That is
So that
another
was like
thing
a
with
3.
these dumbass colleges. Stop making people take fucking electives and classes that don't have shit to do with their goddamn major. If that shit ain't gonna benefit them,
I mean, my points.
stop trying to penny pinch. Cause the fuck,
Right.
what the fuck world and American history got to do with my psychology class?
Absolutely nothing.
At 6
What is
o'clock.
any of
And what the fuck
but
is behavioral statistics? How the fuck do you even measure that shit? How the fuck do you put somebody's behavior into a number? Please, no one could explain that shit to me. I got a C in that class. Even the fucking professor didn't even understand what the fuck he was teaching.
that's
Professor.
crazy.
Because
You know
Because
what?
it's given like, what the fuck are some of these classes? Like, just making shit up.
But what this little exercise definitely taught us is that school is definitely an up and down roller coaster. Because
For
goddamn,
sure. For sure.
You know what? No, it's a.
You're right for college.
Don't even send your kid to the public schools. Don't even send them. Homeschool them. They'll learn more. Take them on trips. Save your money. Go to a trade school. Unless you want to be a doctor or something, I don't see no point in paying for college.
Not just be using chat. GPT.
You said
I'm
doctors
done.
be using Chat GPT.
That GPT
She
is
said
wild.
chat PT. I'm out. I'm out. All right, y'all. It's been good. It's been good. Have a good night. Everybody have a good night.
It's a damn
It's
shame.
wild.
You
It's-
already know.
The whip will not.
Yeah, I think it's time to remind people what we say here. All right, I think it's time to remind people what we say. I need y'all to remember these 3 things.
While you in
Stay
school,
sexy.
be sassy as fuck, but be
Period.
classy with it.
Period. Okay.
Period.
Fuck some of them people, but always stay socially acceptable because
Amen.
don't get your ass beat by the teachers or your
Or me.
peers.
Amen and amen.
Mm-mm-mm.